Welcome to Redvee TV, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season. And we're back quicker than we expected, Kevin, with a little bit of a Redvee special, although we'll call it episode number 5 just for housekeeping.
Continuity. Yeah, continuity's sake.
But it's very much a special episode today, Kev, because we spoke yesterday about the club needing to let us know a little bit of the recruitments and the retentions and what was going to happen moving forward. And it appears the first domino has fallen, and it is a big domino indeed. With the news that Redvee's Noah Stevens, St Helens Noah Stevens, has extended his contract with the club until the end of the 2028 season after agreeing a new 4-year deal with the club. Rumour has it, Kev, that he didn't want to go and play for a club that didn't have Redvee behind them.
Well, listen, the interview that we did with him, the quick fire that we did with him, has obviously swayed this decision. It's obviously our two grinning mugs that have caused him to sign on for 4 years. Nothing else. It's just all down to us. You can thank us in the comments, like, share, and subscribe. See you later.
But let's be clear, Noah is sponsored by Redvee, and that is the fans.
Yeah,
The fact that
yeah.
we are able to sponsor Redvee is because of the fans who watch Redvee and support us with the channel. And that's what allows us to be able to put money back to the club and support one of our young players who, it has to be fair to say, Kev, has been absolutely tremendous ever since he made that debut in the first team.
Yep, the debut I still remember it well, mainly you worrying that he wasn't going to make that debut. Um, Listen, last season, great breakout season for him. Probably surpassed all expectations for himself playing as many times as he did. Certainly surpassed what I thought he was going to do last season and made himself a bit of a fan's favourite there in coming through and running hard, carrying well, staying upright, and making sure that he was taking players with him when he went through. We've already done his play preview. Said it might just be a little bit tougher this season, as young forwards can end up finding it being the case. But if he keeps that work ethic up, there is no reason why he can't be as successful as he was in 2024.
Yes, and look at that smiling face on him, Kev. I
Yes.
don't think I've ever
I'm
seen him smile as much as that.
Well, it depends. He might have smiled that much when he was at the Chinese buffet. Again, you'll have to go to the quick fire to get to how many plates he can eat at a Chinese buffet. I'm sure his dad, who we chat to when we're at the games, and that will say it's all his good looks and his charm and everything that's got into making the Noah the man he is today.
Yeah, and his height, I would suggest he's got from his dad as well. Um, but yeah, obviously made his debut in May last season against Cass. He's made a further 13 appearances last season. Um, been quite telling in his interview that he's done with the website and Saints TV. He's playing with people he's played with since scholarship. Having those lads helps not only because they're really good players, but behind the scenes you have your mates there. Um, I suppose that's something that you're not going to get if you move to Wigan, eh?
Well, the continuity there is what's required. We like these young lads breaking through and being a successful part of the team. Um, and you do want as many of them as possible being part of the team. Those who don't want to be part of it, fair enough. See you later. But
Yes.
those like Noah who embrace it, who are a part of that good culture at the club, you want to keep round. You want to keep lads like Noah around. And I know we say this a lot because we call him Redvee's Noah Stevens, but the lad is a genuine nice fella. He's quiet, unassuming. I'm not sure he even likes kind of the media stuff. I don't even think he was too enamoured with having to speak to us two ugly mugs. But
That could be anyone, that, Kev.
Yeah, well, that's true. But you know what? He just comes across so well, carries himself so well. You can see that reflected on the field. You can see it when you speak to him off the field. And I'm sure he's the type of player who just wants to keep his head down, keep on working as hard as he can, and make his career in the game at our good club.
I think the important thing for me is it's now solidifying our forwards for the next few years. You've got obviously George Delaney signed a deal till the end of 2028. Noah's signed a deal till the end of 2028. Obviously, negotiations are ongoing with Matty Lees, and we'll hope he'll commit his future to the club. And I'm sure any other youngsters at the club, I'll see the likes of Noah and George signing on, and it gives you hope for the future that we are going to build a new dynasty, and we're not resting on our laurels. And hopefully, Noah's going to be the first of many.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you get kind of the reaction from the two players who are going over to Wigan or reported going over to Wigan. You get the reaction that people are worried about things being taken apart, this golden generation coming through. But this is one step in the right direction to show that, you know what, for the couple who do kind of see that the grass is greener and think that they're going to go and get a career somewhere else, there are players who want to be at this club. And all the doom and gloom and stuff like that, you've got to kind of balance it out with the signings of George Delaney, the signing of Noah Stevens, and hopefully more to come in the not too distant future.
Yeah, and let's be honest, with all of these young players, whether the players who are taking themselves down the road to the arch rivals or any that Saints retain, we won't know who was right, who was wrong until maybe 3, 4 years down the line.
Yeah, agreed.
All of these young players that are coming through Saints Academy are potential at the moment, and I think it's testament to how well our academy has done over the past few years that Wigan are desperate to try and pinch the crumbs off the table.
Well, yeah, it's because we've got this golden generation that obviously they see something they like and come and try and swoop for it. But you mentioned the two young props that we've tied down there. It's got to be good for the club, hasn't it? You tie them back down to being Saints players. I like his little jaunty look there. You tie them down to being Saints players for a good amount of time. Allow them to have the pressure of any contract negotiations taken off the table because they've got a big contract. And you know what? If they end up deserving more money, they'll get more money. They'll get better contracts. They'll get more years added on to the end of it. But this takes a lot of pressure off because you know you've got that time to kind of prove yourself, and there's no great, massive rush that people are thinking, oh my God, Noah's got to start number 8 or number 10 this season. No, he can still be third, fourth, fifth prop and rotate in and out and allow himself to become that proper established first team player. We can't lose sight of the fact he's had one season in the first team
Yeah, and
and he's done well in it.
I think he said that in his interview, didn't he? He was talking about playing alongside Alex Walmsley, and how after pretty much every session, I'll always have something to come and talk to him about and gain that and give him that knowledge and pass it on. And I'm sure Alex Walmsley is absolute fantastic mentor. And Alex is someone who pretty much came to the game a little bit late as well, isn't he? Into the
Yeah,
professional game. Obviously, Noah only started playing league for Pilks Rex. Shout out to Pilks Rex, by the way, for developing Noah in his early years. But Noah only started playing rugby league at 15, coming over from football, and
yeah,
obviously playing a bit of union. And if Alex Walmsley passes his knowledge on to Noah, and Noah becomes half the player, 3/4 of the player that Alex Walmsley was, especially at his pomp, Saints will have a handful for the next few years at least.
yeah. And he reminds me probably more of Alex Walmsley than he does of any of our other props as well, in that trying to stay upright, trying to take players with him. Yeah, they are different players. I don't want Noah Stevens to be the next Alex Walmsley. I want him to be the Noah Stevens of the team, the one that you talk about for years and years after it. Um, But yeah, having that mentorship from the likes of Alex Walmsley, being able to pick at the brains of Matty Lees, being able to talk to Morgan Knowles, being able to just take whatever he can in from those seasoned pros, do it, soak it all up, and just keep improving your game.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that Noah's got a chance to have his photo shoot while he's got his boyish good looks. Because I was looking at an old photo of Alex Walmsley when he first signed for the club the other day. He's almost unrecognisable. Um,
Yeah.
Noah's going to have some battles in our front row over the next few years. So, yeah, get a head guard, Noah. Borrow Johnny, borrow Johnny Vaughan's. He won't be using it anytime soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, but you're going to Wigan, mate. You're going to be the butt of some of the jokes on here for the next, well,
Long, yeah.
5 years. What a delight. It's
Yeah.
good to have some good news. Let's hope we have more to come over the next month or two, eh? Is
Yeah,
there?
exactly. And I think the thing is, people are probably may well be thinking and not realizing how it kind of works in the background, and not realizing that, say, for example, Noah's talks and contract signing and media and that hasn't just been done today. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't just happen in like, oh, he walked in at 9 o'clock this morning and Rushy huddled him into his office and made him sit there and he wasn't going to have any lunch until he'd signed a new deal. It does take
He's had to sit through makeup for 4 hours for them.
Rushy. Tell him he said that.
Everyone involved. You've got to get Bernard Platt to have availability in his calendar to come and do the pictures.
Yeah, listen, it takes time. And hopefully, as we say, in the not too distant future, we've got more of our youngsters and some of the season pros as well, extending the deals, and we can have a little bit of positivity. And as you say, rightly, Saints take control of the narrative, and the positives outweigh the negatives.
100%. Right. This has been a Redvee special. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you give Noah a follow on Instagram because he's a man who deserves the Saints fans' love. Catch you soon.